Hello friends, welcome back to the DBMS lab session. In today's video I am going to discuss data manipulation language. The DML commands are used to manipulate the data in the database, and the commands used are insert, delete and update. So we are going to see all these three commands in today's session. This is the data that I am going to insert into the sailors table, reserves table and the boats table. In my previous sessions, I already have shown you how to create the sailors table, reserves table and the boats table. And this is the sailors table, and these are all the rows or the tuples. Each and every entry over here is considered to be a row or a tuple. And the insert command is used to insert these rows. Okay, so I can insert this how many ever rows I want into the table. But I am going to create a table with these rows for the sailors, as well as I am going to insert these tuples into the reserves table, and I am going to insert these tuples into the boats table. In my previous sessions, this is how I have created the sailors table, boats table and the reserves table. So you can see in the sailors table I have SID, SName, rating and age. There are 4 columns, and I have also used included certain check constraint wherein I said the rating should be in between 1 and 10. And I made SID as the primary key, and I want the name of the sailors to not be null, so I said not null. So this is how I created the sailors table. And coming to the boats table, the boats entity is created in such a manner that I have BID, BName and BColor. So these three are the attributes inside the boat table, and BID is the primary key. Now let us take a look into the reserves table. Reserves table is a relationship over here between the sailors and boats. So inside the reserves table I have SID from the sailors, BID from the boats and day, which is a descriptive attribute of the reserves. And then I have the primary key, which is SID, BID and day together. And then I said foreign key SID references sailors table and foreign key BID references boats table. Now the order in which you need to fill in the data into the tables is that first I need to fill into the sailors table the entities first, and at the last I have to fill in the data for the relationship tables. Here reserves is a relationship table, whereas sailors and boats are the entities. So if you try to insert tuples into the reserves table without inserting tuples into the sailors and the boats table, what happens is you will be getting a foreign key conflict, because you said SID is a foreign key from the sailors table. First sailors table data need to exist, then only you can insert those data into the reserves table. So you will be getting a conflict. So the order in which you will be inserting data into the tables is the entities first and then the relationships at the end, else you will get an error. So first I will show you how to insert data into the sailors table. The command is same, so we will be using the same insert command to insert the data into boats table and reserves table. So I will show you two variants of the insert command. So the first one is how to insert single row, and the second one is how to insert multiple rows. Let us get started. Well, see here friends, so I have used the insert command. So I said insert into, so this is the syntax. So I should be saying the syntax of insert command is insert into table name, then values. Values are nothing but the values that you want to associate for the column names. So I am saying insert into sailors values, and these are all the tuple values that I want to insert. For SID I have given 22, for SName I have given Dustin, that's the name of the sailor, and 7 is the rating, and then 45 is the age of the person. So this is one kind of insert command I'll be using. So let me show you executing this insert command. As I have executed that statement, what it is showing me one row inserted. Now let us look into the sailors table. So I am saying select star from sailors. So wherein you can clearly see that 22 Dustin 745 is inserted into the sailors table. So see here friend, 22 Dustin 7 and 45 inserted into the table. So this is in one way of inserting into the table. I'll show you another way of inserting into the table. So here I am listing out the column names over here. So the column names are SID, SNAME, rating and age. So I am mentioning them. For example, sometimes if you don't know the values for certain columns, you can ignore them. Here I am saying I want to insert for all the columns, so I just have mentioned all of them here in the parentheses and then followed by values and then the values associated. The first is SID, so I need to give SID only. The next is SNAME, so I have to give SNAME only. I should be following the order in which I have given the column names over here. So this is another way of inserting into the table. So insert into the table name. The table name is sailors, and then the list of the columns or the attributes over here given in parentheses, followed by values and the values associated with the columns, and finally a semicolon. So this is how I insert. Again I am going to insert only a single row. Okay, fine. So let me insert 29, Brutus 1 and 33 into the table. So you can see here that it is showing me one row inserted. So this is how I insert a single row. Now I'll show you how to insert multiple rows. Okay friends, this is how I'll be inserting multiple rows into the table, sailors table. So multiple rows, okay, inserting multiple rows. Insert multiple rows. So here I am inserting into the sailors table. So I said insert all, meaning that all that I have given below need to be inserted into the sailors table. And how many rows I am inserting? I am inserting 8 rows. So that's why I said select 8 from dual. So this is the syntax that I am using to insert multiple rows. So I said insert all, then into sailors, then I have listed out the attribute names in parentheses, then values. These are the values associated. So this is one tuple, this is one tuple, this is one tuple, tuple or row, both are synonymical. So these are all the tuples that I want to insert. Okay, so let me show you, let me execute this and show it to you. So I am running this statement. So as soon as I have run this statement, so you can see that it is showing me 8 rows inserted. So 8 rows have been inserted, and previously I have inserted 2 rows, Dustin and Brutus. So now let us check what are the rows inside the table. So I am saying select star from sailors, and let us check what is the data in the sailors table. So see here friends, so it is showing me all the data in the sailors table. So there are 10 rows over here inserted. Okay, so you can see that there are 10 rows selected. So the sailors table have got all the data, but remember, see here how the data is entered. So the first row that I have inserted is like I have shown you single row insertion, wherein I have inserted Dustin, and later on I have inserted Brutus. And here also the order in which I have entered is Lubber, Andy, Rusty and all that. But here you can see that the order is not retained. Okay, so the order inside the table will not be in the same order that you insert. It can vary. Okay, so this is the sailors table. In the same way, we'll try to insert data into the boats table. Well friends, this is how I want to insert the rows into the boats table. So I said insert all, then I am saying into boats, and then these 3 are the attributes in the boats table, then values followed by the tuples. There are 4 tuples, as I already have shown you the boats table and all that. There are 4 tuples, so I am inserting all the 4 tuples over here. So I said select 4 from dual, and let me execute this and show you the boats table, whether these rows have been inserted or not. So you can see here that it is telling me 4 rows inserted into the boats table. Now if you try to insert into reserves table without inserting data into the boats table, then you won't be able to do that. So always remember the order that I told you. So select star from boats table. Okay, boats. So let us see the contents in the boats table. So this is the boats table, and there are 4 rows inside the boats table. Fine. Now let us try to insert rows into the reserves table, which is a relationship table. Well friends, see here, so this is the reserves table. So I am saying insert all. So in the reserves table I have SID, BID and day, and these are the values. So 22 is the SID, 102 is the boat ID, and 2 date. So this is how you have to give the date. So the date is this. So I am mentioning the date in terms of date, month and year. So that's why I have shown the conversion over here, that the first one is date and then the month and the year. This is how I am inserting the tuples inside the reserves table. So I am inserting 10 rows into the reserves table. So I said select 10 from dual. So let me execute this command and show you. See here friends, like it is saying 10 rows inserted into the reserves table. 10 rows inserted. So let me show you the reserves table. So it is select a star from reserves. So this is the reserves table with 10 entries in it. Okay, fine. The first is SID, BID and the date. So you can see 10 rows selected. So this is how you use the insert command to insert into a table. You can use this insert command to insert single entry, or you can also use this to insert multiple entries. Just follow the syntax I told you. Not forget the order of how you have to insert. Because reserves is a relationship table, you have to insert the data only at the end. So you will get a conflict. Insert 22 over here. Without inserting 22 in the sailors table, it will not know, right, whether 22, and also you are saying it's a primary key and it should exist in the sailors table before it exists in the reserves table. So that rule. So that's why you get a conflict. That's why you have to create the sailors table and then the boats table, and then you have to create the reserves table, or else create the boats table, then the sailors table, and create the reserves table. Because BID and SID are the foreign keys in the reserves table, you have to create it only after the data exists in the sailors table and the boats table. So I hope the insert command is clear to you. Now let us see how to delete tuples from the tables. The delete command is used to delete single row, multiple rows, or all the rows from the table. So let us look into each and every case in detail. So let me show you the sailors table first, because I am going to apply this delete on the sailors table. So I am saying select a star from sailors. So this is the sailors table. So let us look into the data. So you can see here that there are two Horatios. Okay, so this is the first Horatio and this is the second Horatio. They both are two different people, not the same people, because you can make it out with the SID over here. So the first Horatio's sailor's ID is 64 and the second Horatio's sailor's ID is 74. Now let us try to delete these two rows, wherein I am using the command. So I am saying delete. So this is the command that you will be using. So delete from the table name. So the table name is sailors, and I am saying where. Okay, so where S name. So what is the attribute name over here? The attribute name is S name. So where S name is equal to Horatio. So I am saying Horatio. So delete Horatio from the table. The two entries will be deleted because I am saying where S name is equal to Horatio. So both the rows will be deleted. But if you are saying other than Horatio, if you say Brutus, Brutus will be only one entry will be removed. So I am just using. You can also use the other attributes in your query also. You can use the rating, age, S name, SID, anything. So here I just use the S name. So let me run and show you this query. So see here friends, it is telling me integrity constraint and it is saying child record found. So this is because this Horatio 64 is existing in the sailors table. So that is why it is telling me that there is already a record in reserves table. So here I cannot delete this Horatio. So if this particular Horatio exists in the other tables, then it is like integrity constraint violation. So you cannot delete such kind of tuples. What you can do is you can go and delete it from the reserves table and then come back and delete it in the sailors table. So it should not exist in more than one table. If it exists in more than one table, you cannot delete the row. Okay, so let me delete somebody else and show you. So I will delete Bob. Okay friends, so I'll be deleting Bob from the table. So I have Bob over here, so I'll delete Bob. So I'm saying delete from sailors where S name is equal to Bob. Let me execute this delete command. So you can clearly see that because there is no Bob entry is not there in the other tables, so the row is deleted. So there is only one Bob found. If there are 2-3 Bobs, and if this tuple is not there in the other tables, then the entries will be deleted. So one row deleted. So this is how you apply the delete command. For example, if I want to delete all the entries from the sailors table, I'll just say delete from sailors. So I said delete from sailors. I'm simply saying delete from sailors. And as I execute this, you can see that all the data in the sailors table will be deleted. But as I already told you that there is an integrity constraint that some of the data, some of the sailors are existing in the reserves table. They have reserved some boats and their entry is there in the reserves table. So that's why if you want to delete the entries in the sailors table, it is restricting you. Okay, fine. But if you want to delete, so this is the command. You just can use this command to delete all the rows from the sailors table. Now let us look into how to use the update command. Let me show you how this update command works. To show you what I am updating, let me show you the old value. So I am saying select star from sailors. Okay, let me take you to that particular table. So this is the table. Now so I am saying so this is the SID, so 29. Okay, so let me consider this SID 29. And for this particular SID 29, I am changing the rating to 9. Okay, so what is the rating? The rating is 1. And now I'll change the rating to 9 for Brutus. Okay, so where SID is equal to 29. So let us do that. So I'm updating the value for the rating column for the Brutus entry. Okay, so I am changing here. So I am changing this 1 to 9. So how can I change it? So you can change the values of the columns like by using the update command. So here I am saying update and I need to mention the name of the table. So the name of the table is sailors. So what I need to set? So I need to set the rating. So I said I used set over here. Set rating is equal to 9. Okay, for whom? Okay, so I am saying where SID is equal to 29. Okay, so where the SID of Brutus is 29. So I hope everybody can understand this. It's normal English, so everything is self-explanatory. So update is a command, data manipulation command. So this is the name of the table. So I am saying update sailors. So what I am doing, so what I need to update, I need to update the rating to 9. So I am using the set keyword here. So I said set rating is equal to 9, where SID is equal to 29. So this is the query that I have written to update. So now let me run and show you this. So you can see that it's telling me one row updated. So let me go to the sailors table and show you that updation here. So see here friends, that this is the entry, right? So SID 29. So you can see the rating has changed to 9 here. So before update it was 1. So now we have changed it to 9. So these are the 3 data manipulation language commands. The first one is insert, second one is delete, and the third one is update. Hope this video is helpful to you. Thank you.